All right, so it's Champions League football again. Last night, we saw some masterclass. Arsenal defeated Bayer Leverkusen 2 goals to 0. Wonderful goals by Eberechi Eze and Declan Rice. Eberechi Eze's goal happens to be his very first goal in Europe, and Declan Rice, with a man of the match performance, scored that wonderful goal to make it 2-0 to Arsenal and progressing to the quarterfinals against Bayer Leverkusen 3-1 on aggregate. And as a result of that, Arsenal will be playing against Sporting CP in the quarterfinals. So it's going to be a reunion between Victor Gyökeres and his former employer. So Arsenal are going to be traveling to Portugal for the very first leg of that encounter in the quarterfinals, and the second leg is going to happen at the Emirates by virtue of Arsenal finishing top of the log in the group phase. So they have the home advantage up through to the semi-final. And after that, if the triumph over Sporting CP, then they could be facing any of Atletico Madrid, Newcastle United, or Barcelona, depending wherever the pendulum swings tonight. And also the other game, what a masterclass. I want to say Vinicius Jr. proved his worth there by scoring those 2 goals. Even though one was chopped off, it's supposed to be a hat trick for him, just like we had in the very first leg at Bernabeu. So Man City are out, like I said earlier. I said it last week that Man City might be going out of the Champions League, and I still repeat my statement: Pep Guardiola might end the season empty-handed. So Manchester City are out of the Champions League. The Real Madrid have progressed through to the quarterfinals, and I believe they'll be taking on Bayern Munich. I believe Bayern Munich will skate through tonight and over Atlanta. It's 6-1 already against Atlanta. So Bayern Munich will be progressing to the quarterfinals, and they should be having a date against Real Madrid. Then PSG, what a game! What a game! Chelsea, they've been calling on PSG. They want to have another game against PSG because he won the Club World Cup. You won the Club World Cup. How Chelsea won that Club World Cup, I don't even know. You call PSG, you want to play PSG, and now they've they've come to your ground to Stamford Bridge. The world champions have been dismantled by the European champions, and most of the fans ridiculously were calling out Noni Madueke when he decided to leave the camp while the Club World Cup was still on. We decided to leave the camp to join Arsenal. Seeing what is happening at Arsenal already, he saw it as an opportunity too good to miss, and he signed that contract with Arsenal. And guess what? Noni Madueke will be picking up some trophies, if not a quadruple. And Chelsea, they are already out of the Carabao Cup. They are out of the race for the Premiership. They are 22 points behind Arsenal. They are out of the Champions League. They still have FA Cup to battle. So we'll see what happens at the end of the day. Now, Eberechi Eze's goal happens to be some kind of landmark because his second Arsenal player to score enough for competitions in one season. Theo Walcott did that in 2012, 2013, since he scored the Premiership, the Premier League, the EFA Cup, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. And the Berechis, they have done that this season, scoring in the Premier League, not forgetting the hat-trick against Tottenham Hotspur, and scoring 5 goals against Tottenham Hotspur home and away. And he also scored in the League Cup, he's also scored in the FA Cup, and last night he scored in the Champions League. What a game, what a moment, what a time this young man is having in his career. Victor Gyökeres will be facing a Sporting CP, and Mikel Arteta, as a result of that victory last night, is still hunting for the quadruple. Manchester City are out of the race for the quadruple. So it's only Arsenal in the EPL that has the advantage to continue this journey and see if they can pick up all 4 trophies which they are fighting for, and see what happens. Pep Guardiola already playing some mind games and saying on Monday, hopefully we wake up, hopefully it's a sunny day, and we will continue. We will play against the best team in England, the best team in Europe, and challenge them and how we are competing with them. After 1 or 2 weeks, we will play against them in the Premier League and see. Sometimes they are better, so it is a good mirror to see what we have to do. This is Pep Guardiola saying this. But all you haters out there who has refused to read the room, I've been saying this even before, both offline. I've been saying this a lot of times that what Ateta is building is massive. What Ateta is building and Arsenal is massive. It's not something to toy with. Now you can see it everywhere that this guy is ready to fight for trophies. He's been ridiculed. He's been talked down. His effort has been watered down by a lot of critics, even ex-players like Mikel Obi, Patrice Evra, and the rest of them. But a few of the pundits out there are seeing what this guy is doing. I've been saying it from the very beginning of the season that Arteta is going to win a trophy this season. Now I can say confidently he's going to go home with at least 3 trophies, but I'm going for 4. I'll see you in the next video.